Good morning, Hardison TV, the free party entertainment, back at it. What's the deal? Episode 25, If She's White. Touching on the R. Kelly situation. First I want to say, man, my prayers go out to everybody involved, including R. Kelly himself. But still, these are allegations, people. These are not like stone cold facts. I mean, I'm going off of the lack of conviction, evidence, out of court settlements. I mean, all these things taken, you got to take these things into consideration before you can, say someone is this or someone is that, child pedophile, or according to Lifetime. And if Lifetime was the judge, which we know they're not, R. Kelly is a sick individual, allegedly. Now, if they was the judge, which they're not, no allegedly speaking, R. Kelly is just sick. You know what I mean? It's never right for any man, white, black, Chinese, any man to be dealing with underage women or males. You know what I mean? We're going to get a little deep in this one, because this is, this situation is bothersome. It is the most dominant news out there right now. People need to understand that, if this is the man, Robert Kelly, and this is his true being of things in regards to the person he is, he needs, divine prayer, teaching, guidance, God. He needs Jehovah God. He needs prayers more so than the bashing of things, because there's a lot going on in this world which, has a lot of double standards. It's race driven. And it's swept under the rug because of who may be the suspect. Can really care a little bit less about victims depending on the color, which is race driven. But if these women were white, or if these girls were white, and these things were coming out, you'll be hard pressed. Consensus say that a lot of the masses agree that if these girls were white, R. Kelly would probably be behind bars. If that was a white girl getting peed on, absolutely. Like, that's sick both ways, white or black. But the system of things that we're living in right now is controlled and dominated first by the devil, which are ran by devil worshipers, which is man. Frankly, we have mankind, we are born in sin. Everybody is not following the path Jesus Christ took, fully, including myself. We're all sinners. We fall sometimes. Things happen. We can just get in our bags, so to speak, and just forget about Almighty God Jehovah. At the end of the day, that's what we should be here for. To follow in Jesus' footsteps and give all praises to the Lord Jehovah. All praises is due to Jehovah God. With that being said, I watched the Lifetime situation. A couple things bother me. I think Lisa Ray Allen, her testimony on there was very shocking. There's no way, right now, she don't look like a victim. She looked like a co-conspirator, allegedly, I would say, because Just like the disclaimer is on that program Lifetime, that, you know, R. Kelly denies all accusations and events and everything about the program is, you know, according to Kells, is not true. But I think it's Lisa Van Allen or Lisa Ray Allen, whatever it is, that woman, when she met Kel, and then she initially had her first encounter with the young girl, there's no way you didn't know she was a young girl the first time. It took you the second time or the third time and for it to come out that she was actually underage, and you like, whoa. So right now you don't look like, allegedly you look like a co-conspirator. You don't look like a victim. I thought that was shocking. And then I noticed that Andrea Kelly, which is the ex-wife, you still wear the last name of R. Kelly. Now, I'm not here to defend R. Kelly because with all due respect, and I speak for the world, we do not know exactly what happened. And then when you can go to further, R. Kelly was acquitted of these charges, of these allegations, these this situation of the sex tape itself, child pornography charges was brought up against him, and he was acquitted. He beat that. So, what I want to say is, again, if these things are true, R. Kelly is a sick man, a sick individual, needs to be put away, and also needs, guidance and I mean divine guidance, divine teaching and preaching, and divine prayer. He needs his own secret room, which you can have in, being in a cell or being in a hole 21. He should go straight to the hole for what he did. It's no genuine. You couldn't survive in general pop. You couldn't survive, anywhere. Even in the hole, you're going to have a hard time. You're dealing with young girls who could be any one of those guys, grandchildren, granddaughter, daughter. It's sick. It's sick. With that being said, it goes into a spill, and I want to save a little bit of this for my next episode, 26. But when you continue to support and you go out to the concerts, you buy the tickets, record sales is like skyrocketed now for R. Kelly, as if he just dropped some new fire. It's old stuff being bought up. It's crazy how girls, I think, were born. I mean, it's in Lifetime. Some of those girls, when they get deeper in like episode 4 or 5, I think it's 3 or 4. Like they get a little deeper. I think it's the second part. These girls, some of these girls, they got like, these girls had to be born when this stuff was happening. Because then, I think the girls from Georgia, these girls are young, like the girl Azriel Curry, and the other girl, forget her name. Her mom went to the hotel. Oh man, it's drawing a blank. Those girls are very young, though. Like, those girls are younger than me, I believe. Now, you gotta look that up, but I think those girls are younger than me. Have to be. And for them to be aspiring singers and all, that's not the point, but it's like, well, how is he still, luring or allegedly luring girls into, the situation that he's, allegedly, committed against, some of the girls that's on that, the girls that they came out with their testimonies, including the Sparkle, Sparkle and her, I think her niece, who allegedly is on the tape. I will say I saw the tape. I will say it looks like Robert Kelly. I thought Robert Kelly was done for, you know. But in America, and this is a crazy way to contradict myself because it sounds goofy, but this is the Illuminati. These are the things I'm telling you about. This is what this world is ran upon. This is what this world thrives off, and it's ran by people who are devil worshippers. They feed their demons. You have to constantly feed demons to stay relevant, to stay on top, to stay powerful. And you know, for whatever reason it is, they allow R. Kelly to do this. When I say they, is people stronger, it's people bigger than the record executives and people that own this and that. You know, we're talking about people that can start a war, that can, you know, they control banks, they pass laws. Like, we talking about real individuals where, you know, his name is brought up, they probably preyed upon. He knows what's going on. He knows his future. He knows where he's headed. Anybody that knows their future, anybody knows R. Kelly's future better than anyone on this earth is these people in Kelly. You know what I mean? Because these arrangements these things are prearranged. If you study the music business in particularly, and how these things, these meetings come about, certain people are put in certain situations, how, you know, out the blue somebody is just successful with one hit, or you just get put in a movie, and it's like, wow, their career just changed for whatever reason. It's because of the sacrifice and the feeding of their demons that they committed to. And record execs knew R. Kelly had that problem, but for whatever reason, he knew not to touch a white girl and do it. And a guy of that type of sexual appetite with that type of drive for whatever. I mean, underage or of age women, like there were some of age women that he met, like, you know, of age, 19, 33. You know, the girl that had, the DJ from the Houston radio station, she was like 30 or something like that, 33 or something like that. Like, you have to realize that these people get together and they say, look, we got a situation, but by any means, you should not touch such and such or whatever. This shouldn't be, you know what I mean? These are off limits. This is what you can, it's called conformity. You know what I mean? I know Puffy speaks about it because he's another dangerous guy that's out there. And his, you know, they got different ways of sacrificing to feed the demons. He's a very dangerous one himself. But like I want to save for episode 26 and get a little bit more in depth, because it seems to be, you know, the consensus dominating news right now is surviving R. Kelly. Hey, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people, and I'm gonna save it for episode 26, that you would be hard pressed to find out what they're into, what their dark side is, and how. Cause to get there, to be that superstar, and I'm talking about superstars. To be a superstar, you must feed those demons. You must make those crazy sacrifices. You must. That's a given. You can't even be in a room with these people because it's that secretive. You can't even smell or sniff the idea, to have the notion of what it takes. So how to become, you know what I mean? Because these people potentially they have a part of the world. They have the world. They have their mind control. They're part of the agenda of mind control. Entertainers is just there to control your mind. You know what I mean? Entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? To go in, to contain, and to establish, thought, behavior, etc., etc. Entertainment is strictly what that is. That's mind controlling. So, before, you jump to conclusions, and remember, this is a TV station that made a program that's so convincing, even myself being, and this is a crazy word to throw, because a fan is something I want to talk about, because that's episode 26. I'm a fan, you know what I mean? And that's probably a sin of mine, being a fan of man, being a fan of a woman, in whatever way, entertaining or what, being a fan instead of being a fan of Jesus Christ, and giving all praises to Jehovah God, and keeping the Holy Spirit around me at all times. Like, that's what we should be fans of. That's what we're here for. But my sin is that I love music. I love entertaining. I'm gonna listen to some ratchet stuff. It's gonna have some cursing in it, and at any time I know these lyrics, I'm cursing. You know what I mean? That's a sin, man. That's a sin. What we're doing, what we're feeding into, even this video is sinful. It's just a part of our daily makeup, who we are as human beings. But like I said, with that Beyonce picture I shared not too long ago, and this will go up, you want to find a positive gain through a negative, circumstance. And even with this, and me making this video, all I want to say is, R. Kelly, I pray for you. All the victims allegedly, I pray for, and your families, I hope y'all can get through these tough times. This is Hardison TV, the Free Party Entertainment, episode 25, If She Was White. I'm out.